with, so
Hey, not NTM on
Not too much on Miss Watson. Yeah.
All right, then. I think we've heard enough. Hello, Horver.
Oh, where the fuck did Horver come from?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Orver.
dude, my interview has so many cameos. It's great.
Yeah,
All right.
we got two.
So
Dan Fisher just pops out of nowhere, and then this guy. I don't even know that guy.
I don't. Yeah.
Horver, look at
Welcome to my interview.
Notorious
What kind of
hoe.
ice cream are you?
Stop talking, talking, Sam. Horver, what is your first impression on Sam Buttercup here in front of us?
The only thing that I've heard from this person is that they would eat ass if they were ordered to. And
I also like Wally. That's another thing I said.
Wally. What do you like
I
about
don't think
Wally?
he was in here for that.
Taken back. First of all, and as someone that's willing to eat ass, if they're willing to follow orders. They're willing, like, if I told you to shoot someone, would you shoot them?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
Oh my God, Horver.
Nah.
No, Horver's right because I don't need bitches out here second guessing my orders. I say shoot, you start blasting.
True. Don't hesitate, dude.
If OG
Tell me
says
to shoot,
clap.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You clap. You have
I'm
no
itching.
choice.
I'm itching. I'm itching to do it.
Oh, and I know about an itch. You might need to see a doctor.
Yeah,
That
it's
might
just
be about it.
crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Dan did.
Unless you're itching to follow orders, of course.
Yeah, I'm itching to follow orders. That's what I said.
All right, so I think we're gonna get this wrapped up. Does anybody have one last question for Buttercup?
I fucked up. I asked my final question midway through. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna ask a very cliche question. I don't know if we've asked it before. But did we ask like biggest weakness or anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
Never
you know
mind.
what question we didn't ask you?
What? What did we ask?
Why do you want to be an officer or deputy, or what you end up being? Why do you want to be a police enforcement person?
Just
Elliot.
It's just a vibe, you know. It's honestly just a vibe.
It's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe. I mean, feel this room that we're in right now. It's a vibe. Aren't you vibing right now? You're vibing. I can tell Dan's vibing. Look at him.
Yeah, but I just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's already vibing, and he just got here.
It's because Shift 3 is a vibe.
It is a vibe.
Shift 3 is a vibe.
All right, so Sam, let me get this interview wrapped up. With that said, my mind is. You understand that this interview has been for Shift 3. You understand the hours in which Shift 3 takes place, and that you would be expected to be around during these hours, correct?
I actually would like clarity on the hours. I know they start a couple hours ago.
It starts at
right?
Storm, 8 hours on.
Okay.
So
that's
the
fine.
storm here.
Yeah, I knew it started a couple hours
Yeah.
ago. I just wasn't too sure how long it went for.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
All right, and in terms of whether or not we choose to proceed with employment, you receive contact in the same manner that you did for this interview, in both ways. Alongside that, if you do not receive any contact, we do not send out any sort of denials or anything like that. To piggyback off of that, we are interviewing a lot of people. With that said, we may not pick you up for this upcoming academy, but we may pick you up for a later on academy. You do not need to reapply or anything like that, but don't lose out entirely on hope if you do not get picked up for this exact academy. All right.
Okay.
One final question. Are you a Prolapse fan?
A what? Sorry.
Prolapse?
Like the bags, like the sports bags?
Yes. Like the.
I mean, they're okay.
They're okay.
They're okay.
Okay, I'm wearing a bunch of
definitives from you.
Yeah. I'm wearing a bunch of Prolapse gear right now. You immediately called me out on my golf fit, and then you had to ask what Prolapse was.
I mean, I didn't call you out on the fit. I called you out on your posture. Remember?
No, when I was running out of Mission Row earlier.
Oof.
Oh yeah, but I didn't comment on the brand. I was just like, "Are you going?"
You
golfing?
immediately, yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, I'll take it as a no. You're not a big fan.
Now you just put words in my mouth.
Well, you didn't give us much, so something had to, we had to come to some conclusion.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, on that note, we'll get this interview wrapped up. Thank you, Sam, for coming out, speaking with us today.
Of course. Anytime.
Tommy, since you're here, could you escort Sam out, please?
Yeah,
Okay,
full on
yep.
escort me out. I'll go out screaming and kicking.
Walk to that door.
Oh
Right?
my god.
I'm looking forward to reading my acceptance email.
Oh, see you soon.
Ugh.
Like that shit? That was good, right?
Welcome, darling.
So like,
Okay.
Rhodes, what is the deal? Are you playing golf after this, or?
Yeah, I might.
I mean, it is the Masters
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know this wasn't,
You got a spot, or?
I know this isn't a golf club, but like,
Close enough.
I don't know. I think that
flip
could
it
have hit a golf
around.
ball pretty far.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And if a suspect suddenly got in front of me, that's on them.
Calm down, Lewis Brixton.
We've already been there. Please no.
Y'all, I'm just saying that
Brixton killed a man.
I ain't seen this sledgehammer pulled out
Oh, yeah,
in.
Brixton hit Marty Wolf like multiple times with a sledgehammer.
I ain't
What?
seen someone
Okay.
pull a sledgehammer in 6 months. I bought one a couple weeks ago, and suddenly someone got in trouble since.
When did that happen?
Like 3 weeks ago.
What? How did
Wild,
I not know
man.
about this?
It was me, Marty, and Brixton. I pitted Marty
They
on
must
the
have
golf
paid
cart
him
into a
off.
wall, and I got 5K for it.
Oh,
That's
I
crazy.
remember that. I remember that pursuit.
You don't
How am
remember
I
that?
just
Shush,
finding
shush,
out
shush.
about this
What a
now?
dumb getaway.
Honestly, it was. The fact that
But
he
who the
betted me to
hell-
go hard on
I'm
him is
sure
great.
You were on duty. I think you just.
Yeah, Maple, you were on the chase.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
um,
shit.
How did I miss this chase?
It was a what's it called with Ivy in them? It was a
The crackhead group.
cash exchange robbery.
Cash exchange.
Cash
With
exchange
Ivy?
off of El Rancho. Yeah,
Oh, Rancho Pet. What?
3 weeks ago.
I
I'm
don't
just here to
fucking
say
remember that
hello.
shit,
I
man.
didn't even know interviews were happening until I saw Betty up there.
Would you like to interview Horver? Is that why you're here?
No.
You could interview whoever.
Can we
I
just
wanna
fire him?
Put it up. There.
You know,
Please.
whoever got hired without even getting
You
interviewed.
could have a good interview, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to
Wow.
move, guys.
Must be nice. I had to do it twice.
Y'all saying it must be nice. Don't
Maybe time to cut.
don't be asking anyone from the skeleton crew because it wasn't worth
Oh,
the lack of
bitch.
interview. Let me tell you,
Oh, bitch.
What was the skeleton crew?
you don't want to
Oh.
know.
Smile.
Please, I don't want to really
Okay.
relive that.
That was
I just want to
experience.
say Betty is a chill person. She's like from Tennessee. She's pretty old, like 12 grandkids.
Wait, is that someone? Is that who's out there? already?
She's
Yeah.
interviewing at 6.
Girl, I thought
She
I done heard Alice out there. Was that Betty?
That's
That was
Betty.
Betty.
Who?
She's very southern.
She 2 hours early.
Yeah, she's a PD tail though, so.
I'm gonna go out there
Um,
and do my job. Goodbye.
All right, sounds
Guys.
good.
Oh my god, you're doing your job.
Bye-bye.
But what if we interviewed her now?
I mean, if she
Yeah.
wants
Oh,
to, I
I'm
don't see
sorry,
why not.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I wouldn't be either.
Just to get it out of the way.
I agree.
Do
You want
wanna
me to
talk about
bring
the
her in?
last two before we bring her in?
Should we ask if she's ready just on the basis that we're like pulling her out of
that's
schedule?
true.
You know,
Yeah.
if she wanted to like present a certain way, wearing certain clothing or anything to that extent, like
She
I don't
does,
want to
yeah.
I don't want to like ruin that.
She's
She
wearing
has her
like,
outfit ready.
a full brown jacket outside. Got a hat on, her hair done. Everything.
Oh well, she is sitting in the lobby already.
What's
yeah.
wrong with a brown jacket?
There's absolutely nothing wrong. She looks stylish, more stylish than you, Chance.
Does it?
Okay.
We can just ask if she's ready, and if she is, we you
Yeah.
know.
And then we can talk about all three of them
Yeah.
while we wait for
Hastings.
Hastings.
I will ask her.
This is in an hour, right?
Yeah, his is in an hour. Yeah.
Yep. We try to limit the interviews to like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, Victor's was just delayed start, and then I think we just need to get a lot out of Victor.
She said she's ready.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, if she wants to come in, then we
Fuck
can
it,
do
son.
hers now.
Lucas.
Sky, was that a fuck it? Send it.
Lucas, you still awake?
Yes, it was.
I was, and then I wasn't,
Oh my!
and
You didn't tell
we'll
me
see
this
for
was gonna
now.
be. Oh my! You know, it's a good job I'm wearing brown. I'll tell you that.
Lucas, did you
Brown is-
send
Brown is in this time of year.
fucking person their interview thingy already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Good morning, Betty.
Good morning, sweetheart.
I think introductions are in order before we get started. I'm Lieutenant Sean Maple with the LSPD. I'm Shift 3 PNP lead for the LSPD.
Pleasure to meet you, darling. Name's Betty Brisket.
Fuck, I'm eating nachos. Hello. I'm Chance Dice, Deputy Chance Dice. How you doing?
I'm okay. I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you so much. I love your jacket as well. Very stylish.
Oh, you stop that.
Oh my god.
Don't say something's getting
Okay.
awkward. Are we going clockwise? We're going anti-clockwise.
Fishy, you gonna introduce yourself? Wait, was it Fishy next or
Nudges
oh.
Autumn? Nudges Autumn?
Hey guys,
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the reflection of the sun on the pot for the plant between us. I just couldn't see it.
That's crazy.
Classic.
That is an
I am Senior Officer Dan Fisher. Hello.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Fisher.
I'm Senior Deputy Matt Rhodes.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Rhodes.
I'm in the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. I know it hard to tell because I'm in my golf fit, you know?
Well, I hope you don't get the itchy crotch. I heard about that in those outfits.
The what?
Oh.
Never heard of that?
No, I ain't never.
I heard of it, girl.
I ain't never had no itchy crotch in my prolapse fit.
Ooh.
That's a fucking sentence.
Quote. That's a quote.
Oh, yeah, that's a...
Alrighty then. I am Lieutenant Skyfae, also with the BCSO.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Skyfae. It's a Skyfae. Miss, is it Mrs. or Miss?
Miss.
Miss Skyfae. I like your jumper.
Ooh. Hey, Betty, baby.
Hey, Lucas.
Hi, you know me.
I
Captain
do know you,
Lucas
sweetheart.
Lavender. You know, the one and only.
The one and
Nice
only,
to
the one
see
that said
you.
you're 100% bright, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you. Something to be proud of these days. There's not many of us anymore.
Okay, Betty. Let's get started. We want to hear a little bit about you. Who are you? Where are you from? We want to know who you are, Betty.
Okay, I was told to limit anything to do with family to 2 minutes because I can rabble on sometimes. My name is Betty Brisket. Pleasure to meet y'all. I came from, well, it was Tennessee, Marion County. I used to work in a little sheriff's office back there. I mainly did HR. This was many years ago, like late teens. We're talking late teens. That's where I met my husband, Reggie.
Oh.
Yeah, I met my husband Reggie there. It was very nice, you know. I got to listen to people's problems and all their complaints and such, and I enjoyed that part of it. It wasn't that bad. It made me feel like I was involved in things. But I came from there, and I worked there for we're talking about a solid 20 years now. Oh my God, you're making me feel old. Oh Lord. I worked for about 20 years there, and me and my husband, our love flourished, and we had kids. We had two twins. One boy, that's a twin, so two boys, and I had one daughter. Now, my two twins don't have any babies, but my daughter does have 21 babies, so...
Oh my God.
Yes, it is quite a lot, what I do have to admit.
Holy fuck.
Triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets,
Ooh.
all of it just runs in the family, it is what
God
it is.
damn.
Yeah, so I worked extra time over at the office just to make sure I make ends meet for her, to make sure, she had a life as well. But you know, it is hard when you have to look after 28 grandbabies. I do have to admit.
Oh my
Um,
God. What's your daughter's name?
Lexi.
Lexi. Oh, see,
Lexi.
I thought
Wait,
for some way, shape, or form you were related to my old dear friend, Amara Beluga Whale. She's just the same, has about 20 babies. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, at some point I told her she needs to get one of them Jade eggs to strengthen herself up because they just keep falling out now. It's getting ridiculous.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
I'm sorry, you have to make humor out of it, otherwise I'll just end up pulling my hair out.
it
Too
was
many kids.
divine.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, so we did that. I send money back home, make sure that she and all the grandbabies have a pleasant life, and then I had to kind of step back from the office because my late husband, Reginald, he got sick. He got caught with the gout.
Oh, I know a lot about that.
Yeah, he
Gout's
lost
terrible.
his toes first. His toes went.
Wait, you can lose your toes with gout?
Oh, of course you can, darling. It's very bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
He lost his
gout
toes.
is extremely bad.
oh,
He lost his foot.
that's
and then
crazy.
he lost his other
Oh,
foot. Then he's lost his legs. And then God bless him, he kind of just gave up when he lost his penis. So
mm.
God
Oh,
bless his soul.
Oh,
oh,
duh.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God.
How did he
Yeah.
lose it, girl?
It just fell off.
Oh,
Oh,
you're shriveled.
It didn't. It turned like a matte black.
Oh,
Like
wow.
no circulation. There was no circumcision and
Stop it up a
circumcision.
ding dong.
It
Oh.
turned black. It fell off. And he kind of just gave up after that. And by the end of it, he was just a torso in a bed, and
Oh,
it was really sad.
I'm
But,
so sorry, baby.
I sat down with him when I got told, this might be his last day. You need to make the most of it. So, okay, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. And I got told to shut up right there and then. So I just went and sat down with him, and he said, all you've done all your life is look after other people, your grandbabies, me. Now it's time to do something that you want to do, Betty.
Ooh. Yes, come on, empowerment.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And at first I was like, oh, don't you be ridiculous. You're going to live until you're 100, even if you are just a torso with a head. You look like a damn loaf of bread with an orange on top, but it's fine. And, are you okay?
Oh,
I'm fine.
Cat got his
It was the
tongue.
nachos. It was the nachos.
Yeah, the nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, not just cheese.
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
she
that's
ate
what
that one up.
you darling, I have to be quick nowadays. I have to be quick. When you've got 38 grandbabies, it's hard to keep track. But yes, so I decided to take his note and things, and I took a couple of years to myself, and I was like, you know what, I do miss it, and it is a lot to deal with. I've never sat still in my life. I'm at my grand age, I am still fit. I can run marathons and everything. I have got a whole lot of cake back here, and I'm happy about it.
hell
I've been
yeah.
working. I've been working hard, and I've still got a lot more to give. Does that summarize it for you, darling?
Yeah, that's
That was
fantastic.
amazing.
That was,
Oh,
That was
thank you.
perfect.
Thank you.
okay. All right. So, wow.
Which part are we wowing at? Are we wowing at the kids or are we wowing at the gout?
All of it. It was everything. It was great.
Just you.
The gout
Okay.
really stood out to me.
Yeah, you hold on to
I'm
your
sure the
penis,
gout
darling. It's
stood
gonna
out to you,
fall
too.
off.
Oh,
Oh
What-
my
what-
God.
yeah,
what
you
was
hold
that,
on
Betty?
to her.
What was that, Betty?
You better hold on to that penis, darling, because if it starts turning different color, it's gonna fall off.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh hell no.
that's
Oh
really
hell
long.
no.
Yeah.
But don't you worry, they've got new medical advancements nowadays. You see, I've heard of people getting a fake one that you just pump, and you're free to go.
What do I need, a fucking bike pump when I go out to the club?
Exactly. Wait,
What?
why
I'm
are you
okay.
at the club.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry.
What you doing at the club, Chance?
What are you doing at the
No,
club?
yeah,
what you doing at the club,
for?
Jay?
Don't worry. Listen, I go to karaoke nights all the time.
And you need a bike pump to go to karaoke?
Oh, wow.
Okay, well that's not okay. Well,
Ooh.
no.
don't-
Usually, sometimes you meet people at the karaoke bar. Okay.
Karaoke.
Yeah,
Not for that.
Singing what song?
Mr. Brightside.
Oh.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, that is a good song. I do concur
Yeah.
with that one.
Hard to beat. Hard to beat.
Yeah,
Sang
Mr.
I Want
Brightside's a
That
good one.
Way by the Backstreet Boys at karaoke. That was. an
Oh God.
experience.
Uh,
Today I was at a karaoke bar. Someone sang Creed. Who the fuck has I respect? I couldn't think of anybody that would ever want to willingly sing Creed, but it was good, surprisingly.
I know
but
somebody who would.
recently, my grandbaby showed me a
That's
song
crazy.
and I'm into it. It's called the Venga Bus.
The what bus?
The Venga Bus is calling.
Oh.
Finger boys?
That's the one, not the bus. It's the boys. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I need to put you on to someone good.
Who?
This new artist called Chappelle Rowan.
I thought you were gonna say Sabrina
Girl.
Carpenter.
Chappelle is insane.
Same. I thought Sabrina.
You're gonna have to hit me up after
sorry.
this. I have never heard of that person before, so
Don't
I know me
worry.
either. I've never heard of no Chappelle. Never. Not a day in my life.
sounds like some sort of thing you put on your jacket or something.
Y'all, I ain't never
Mhm.
gonna forget the day Nikki heard me say that on radio,
I
broke off
remember
from her
that.
traffic
I
stop, and
remember
said
that.
I have to deal with something gay, and I fucking lost it. Oh my god.
No, because I miss that bitch Nikki. Anyway.
I'm proud of you. I hope this Chanel is really good to you.
Period.
Yep, Chappelle Rowan, is she a good one?
I
All right, Betty.
never heard of her. Yes, darling. How can I help?
So, I got a question for you.
Please.
It's an important question, very important question, and I want to make sure that you understand it's important, that you answer it properly, and you hear the question properly, and you can answer it right. Betty, if you were a type of ice cream, what type of ice cream would you be, and why? Why would you be that type of ice cream?
I'd be a lemon sorbet.
That's the second
Ooh.
one
Well,
today.
that is a yeah.
Who else
But
said lemon
I
sor-
don't.
No, what? No, I take
What?
back my answer. I can't be the same as someone else. That's just damn ridiculous.
Well,
I'll
but
be a
y'all said
raspberry
it
ripple.
differently. Y'all said it differently.
Yeah, he said.
Fucking and
citrus.
all of the fucking however many goddamn interviews I've sat through, along with like Maple and Lucas especially, ain't nobody ever said lemon sorbet or anything of that sort up until today.
I'll change my mind, then I'll be a raspberry ripple.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be a raspberry ripple because you got that sweetness, but then you've got that sharp raspberry flavor.
I wish I knew what the heck you was talking about. What's a raspberry ripple?
You never had a raspberry ripple?
No, that's why I asked.
Well, raspberry. Am I missing a joke here? Am I...
No,
no.
no,
I'm confused.
nothing's missed. It's okay. It's just
It's missed. Okay. Well, raspberry
No.
ripple is like vanilla ice cream, and inside you got like this thin layer of like sharp raspberry, like gel or jam jelly, something in there, and it adds a nice sharpness to it. You know what? I'm changing my mind again. I'll be mango ice cream.
Ooh, wait, mango ice cream or mango sorbet?
Mango.
You see,
That's different, girl.
It depends.
I'm
Is this
hungry.
before or after? Is this before or after?
I want
menopause?
mango.
Before menopause, it would be
During the
it'll be
peak
as-
of menopause.
Oh, during the peak of menopause. Now you're just going crazy, darling. Oh, it'll be sorbet,
Mm.
and I'd have some chocolate sauce on the side just to be chaotic.
Oh.
I fuck with that.
Thank you, darling.
okay. All right.
It gets rid of the sweats.
I'm just saying, if anyone ever tells us vanilla or chocolate, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Whereas
be
we have
eaten
had
by
a lot of
everybody.
people say
I'm
vanilla.
well. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's a good flavor, but that's what makes it not a good answer. You know?
yeah.
Why you want to be eaten by everybody?
To be fair,
Well,
that's why
I'm not trying to
Darling-
appeal to the
Darling.
masses.
Right.
Lucas.
Darling, it depends.
Lucas.
It depends. Are you a hoe or are you not a hoe?
Girl,
Take the fifth.
I've been married for years. I ain't a
Are you
hoe.
not a hoe? That's great. Actually, you know what? Can we change the ice cream question to cake? Because I love cake.
Ooh, what's your cake?
My cake is coffee and walnut.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh,
I don't like.
Whoa, hold on.
What the fuck?
Are you talking about like a coffee cake, but not like an actual cake, as in like a birthday cake?
It's a sponge cake that's it's coffee cake with walnuts on top. Coffee and walnut cake. And it's got like cream in the middle of it that's also coffee flavored. It's very nice. You should try it.
Is it similar to like a tiramisu?
No,
What
it's like
I'm sorry. Hold on. What? How the fuck did
Can
you
we
pronounce
clock
that?
how he just said tiramisu?
What the fuck? That is, okay, that is my
Don't
favorite.
eat him
That is
up, please.
That is
What?
my
What'd I
favorite
do?
dessert. What the fuck did you just say, Maple? Say it again.
Tiramisu?
Is that how it's actually pronounced?
Yeah.
It's tiramisu.
It's
Yeah,
tiramisu.
it's tiramisu.
I'm Italian. What do you want from me?
I'm also Italian. It's tiramisu.
It's tiramisu.
Holy fuck.
Okay, you can claim Italian, but which one of you actually fucking, is Italian?
Hold up. I need
spelled
percentage of
Troyadel.
Italian from each of your parents.
No, you know what I
84%.
mean.
Hold on. Let's
How do we determine percentage? Because like my grandparents immigrated from Italy.
Well, do you snap your spaghetti?
No.
Clock
What
it.
the fuck did you just say to me?
Clock it.
I know my
I'm
vote.
not Italian and I don't do
No,
that
the
shit.
fuck.
Nah, you do
The
not snap
fucking
that.
sin.
Oh, I don't. I know how to cook. I'm just
Oh,
asking.
I was gonna say if you
Sometimes
ever
men
snap
don't.
spaghetti in this PD, holy shit.
Some
I'm
men
doing it
don't know
just to
how to
piss
cook
off Maple
spaghetti,
now.
So they crack it in half.
No, no. Stop.
No, you don't crack your spaghetti.
Oh,
Oh, you see,
God,
you're doing well.
no.
You're doing well, darling.
God no. I didn't realize the way.
Is it actually pronounced? I have to look this up now. Is it actually pronounced
like,
tiramisu?
I mean, that's how I think I've always heard it pronounced and always pronounced it.
I'm pretty sure it's tiramisu.
It's okay. My entire life, I was told. Apparently, I call it gnocchi, and everyone made fun of me for that. And apparently,
Oh,
it's
hey.
just gnocchi.
No,
which is
it's
fucking-
gnocchi.
It's
No,
gnocchi.
it's
Thank
not.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
what
you.
Maple said
Oh
it
my
right.
god. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Not trying to
Okay,
be-
but listen, you ain't catching me putting in all that effort. It gonna be gnocchi for as long as I live.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I have heard somebody say gnocchi as ganache, and that.
No, dude. Oh fuck, Mabel. We're gonna.
Oh, is it ganache or is it nash?
No, it's neither. It's gnocchi.
It's gnocchi.
No, she talked about something completely different.
I'm talking about something complete, like
Oh,
a nash and a
shit.
cake.
Oh, like the.
What?
I know what you're talking about. I call
know
it.
what she's
I
talking
call it a
about.
ganache.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You'll get
Okay.
there, it's fine.
All right, where were we? I'm so fucking lost right now. This has
Ice
become a fever
cream.
dream.
I told
Yeah,
you my favorite ice cream and my
mango and
cake.
chocolate and cake. Oh, we
Right.
got coffee cake, and what?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
coffee and walnut cake is my go-to cake, or carrot cake, as long as there's a cream cheese icing on top.
Oh, cream cheese icing is the
I
best.
love
It's so
cream
good.
cheese.
On a
Oh,
carrot cake.
Oh yes, darling.
If you have a bagel for breakfast, is it really a bagel for breakfast with a side of cream cheese, or is it cream cheese with a side of bagel?
Well, darling, I'm a sucker for cream cheese, so it's gonna have to be cream cheese with a side of bagel.
You're my people. You're my people.
Thank you, darling. Although for breakfast, I tend to have granola. Gotta get that roughage.
Somebody else ask a question, please. I need to catch my breath.
Okay, darling. You
I'm
got a bit of
fucking-
weakness?
I'm
you-
having a great time, Betty. I'm
Are
having a great
you?
time.
Okay.
I typically there might be an extra answer here, but are you an extrovert
An extrovert.
or an introvert?
I'm a nevavert.
You an ambivert? Okay, I didn't think I'd have to throw that one in here, but here we are.
Spend even amounts of time indoors and outdoors.
Huh.
Well, that's not exactly what
That's
those
not what
are,
that means.
though.
Not the
It
question.
depends. No, do you like to be around a lot, around like people socially a lot?
Oh,
or
I love to be
are you
around
more?
people, darling.
That's
Oh,
why I
Are you
only said
more,
extrovert to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant do you go outside or do you stay inside?
No, it's just like a social thing.
Oh, I'm very social, darling. I'm very social. Very outgoing.
That's why I didn't even mention the other options.
Yeah, the other option is, you're very much like to yourself type of person.
Oh no, I'm very out there, darling. I'm very out there.
We know Betty loves to talk.
Right.
Oh, I love to ramble on, darling. I love to ramble on. I was telling the guy in the parking lot about my J-Dag earlier.
About your what?
Never mind.
I didn't hear it. Now I'm sad.
No, that's not appropriate for an interview.
Okay.
You unlocked the dolphin laugh from Lucas.
What laugh?
Oh, God.
Oh,
was
dolphin
a
and
good
the
one.
train.
Nah.
Holy fuck.
Oh, there that one go too. Hold on.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Oh man. Oh fuck. Okay. All right.
I'll ask a question. This is more like formal-ish, but do you have any prior experience in law enforcement?
No, I just did HR. You know, I just helped
Just
people with
HR, but
problems.
like you were around the environment, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And, you know,
all
I
right.
also worked in the PD too. I do know some 10 codes.
Okay, Betty,
What's your
hit us. What's your
favorite 10
favorite 10 code? Yeah.
Well, I've heard you guys say 10-3, but I like 10-30.
Ooh.
What's that one?
I've only ever
Isn't
heard
that like a
dispatch
more
say 10:30.
extreme version of 10-3?
I don't think it worked that way.
The only person I've heard say 10:30 was fucking Jadlyn Sawyer.
I don't know who that is, darling. Is that some sort of
She
album?
used to be a dispatcher.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She's the only person I ever heard say 10:30.
But I do like 10-3. I feel like there's power behind 10-3.
10-3 ho.
Oh, there
Yeah,
is.
10-3.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the
We're
hoe.
talking-
That's
Yeah,
important.
don't. Okay, sorry. 10-3 ho.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
right.
go.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm getting it.
Are you a coffee or a tea person, or neither?
Oh, now you see. We're talking premenopause or postmenopause?
Right now.
Yeah, right here, right
Right
now.
Right here. Right now. How about an ice? I like iced coffee.
W.
I'm gonna be
What
so
kind?
fucking for real, y'all. I want iced coffee immediately.
I want
Oh,
an
me
iced
too.
caramel frappe.
It could be fucking -10 degrees outside. I'm gonna have a nice coffee.
Preach.
She gets it. She gets it. And especially if you're menopause, because you're always damn hot. I'll tell you what, under boob sweat is no real joke. Get yourself
I
an
don't
iced
drink
coffee, girl.
coffee.
What the fuck? Okay,
What is
Italian.
wrong with you, mate?
Mr. Italian,
I don't drink
you don't drink coffee? It's
Yeah.
espresso?
No, I don't drink any coffee.
Are we
What are
are we
you, a
nearing the
psycho?
end of the interview here?
We are.
Wait,
We
you got
are.
no more questions?
Yes, of this
We are
one.
kinda
Well,
Yeah, we're
there is another, courtesy of Alice Watson.
Oh,
Um,
right.
Yep, can't
Very
forget her. You know,
Very important.
because if she found out that we didn't ask her question, she'd hit us with the great googly moogly, you know, and all sorts of other stuff.
She said words we never thought of hearing before.
Exactly, precisely. Do you eat ass?
Not since my late husband, darling.
Good
Huh.
answer.
Like I said, he was just a torso with a head. You know, he's like a loaf of bread with an orange on top. You know, not since then, darling.
Oh my god.
And you guys wanted to know why I was laughing before. Holy fuck.
Oh my
Y'all blamed it on the nachos.
Oh shit.
I have a question.
Okay. Go
What's
for
your
it.
question, darling?
Favorite space movie?
Chat.
Favorite
I'm
space
going to a coffee. I'll
movie?
be right back.
Oh, you see, I do like me a badass bitch with some venomy like looking creature. Get me in that Alien. I love it.
Alien.
Yeah, you know,
Mm.
Alien 1, Alien 2, Alien 3, Alien versus Predator. Yeah. I do
Alright.
like me some Alien. What's that actress's name again? She plays in so many things. What she was in Stepmom. She was in Avatar. What was her name?
Zoe, Saldana or
Zoe
something.
Saldana?
Yeah.
She is amazing. Anything that
That's
she's
the
in, I could watch.
That's the second Avatar mention of the day. That's crazy.
Well, you said space.
Second
movies.
lemon ice cream, second
Lemon
Avatar.
ice cream, second Avatar.
I'm
yeah.
noticing a
Now,
lot
hold
of.
on. Now,
Who's
hold
got the
on.
Spark Notes? Who's
He
got the
said-
teacher's book?
He said my favorite space movie, and
Yeah,
I said
no, it makes
Alien, and I said the favorite actress, and then I related it to all the other movies I've seen her in.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with the answer. I'm just making comment on it. I do have a question for you.
Oh, what's your
that
question,
I
darling?
usually ask everybody. If you could replace a part of your body with that of an animal, what part of your body would you replace with what and why?
Oh. Oh, now. Oh, no, that's tricky.
Yes, it is.
Replace a part of my body with that of an animal. I got it. I replaced my ass with a Dumba sheep.
Oh.
I'm
If you
sorry.
guys
Can
haven't, if you
say
guys
that
have
again?
never I would replace my ass with a Dumba sheep.
How do you spell that?
Right.
Dumba.
I'm so glad. Brownie points. If you had said ASS, I would have lost it.
If you guys get on your phones now and look up, Dumba sheep, you'll see how big their buttocks are. You know, they're famously harvested for their buttocks. Because right now I've been
Don't
told
worry,
that
guys. I got it for all of
Holy
you.
shit!
See, he gets it. He
Okay.
gets it. Because I tell you what,
I got it
as
for
you
all
get
you. There
old,
you go.
Nah,
As you get
I'm
old-
okay.
Oh my god.
as you get old, things start to, head down south. And my nephew once told me that my behind starts to look like Gallowix's double chin from the game World of Warcraft, but I don't know nothing about that. So I'll go for the Dumba sheep.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. I think that's definitely a first in terms of like.
Extra cushioning when you sit down.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's thought of anything in that direction. Everybody's thought like police related answers for that question. I don't think anybody's ever said something like that before.
Well, you could use it as a weapon. If you
I
turn
guess
around
there
too
wa-
quickly, you could cause a seismic wave.
There was that one guy who wanted gorilla hands for his wife.
That's gorilla hands.
That was what it was, right? Sky Lucas.
I think so,
He wanted to
probably.
scratch his
I
wife with
heard
that
a lot.
gorilla hand.
I thought it was gorilla or bear or something like. I
Bear
thought it was
claws, I think it was actually.
bear
Yeah,
claws.
Have
A
any
bear.
of the men said anything rude in this question?
Rude? What do you mean by rude?
Rude,
Like
thank
dick
you.
size?
Is.
No.
No.
I don't think anybody had.
Wow, no one said that yet.
No, nobody said anything like that. Not that I
Wow.
can remember. Okay.
Girl,
any
if
oth-
if a single man, if they were asked that question and they said they wanted a bigger dick, I would tell them to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no one coming
Fuck
out.
that team, mama.
Darling, ain't no one coming out my Sarlacc pit with a horse size. Mm-mm.
Okay, anybody else got any other questions for Betty?
Yeah, I got a quick one.
Can't.
Sorry, that was a joke. That was a joke. I'm not that vulgar. Yes, darling. How can I help you?
Biddy, you said one of your interests is cage fighting. Do you want to elaborate?
Oh, have you ever seen cage fight? It's so exhilarating.
You partake or you just watch?
I used to partake a lot. I am very good with my kick.
Oh,
Very good with my
wow.
kick. Very good with my kick. All my strength went in my legs, you see. It's in my legs. I could kick a man halfway across the room if I wanted to, but, I choose not to. I'm reserved.
And with a Goomba sheep's ass, you could kick them way
well, you
too
see,
far.
no, you see, you do the combo there. You kick them, you turn around really quickly and cause a seismic wave and finish them off.
It's like a
Combo.
What
It's
a
a
wombo.
I'm going to
combo
get
finish.
my
It's
coffee.
It's a what's that? I don't know what the thing is called. I'll have to ask my nephew later on. Something combat.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's the one. Fatality.
Kirby.
Fatality, yeah.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Mhm.
All right, Betty.
But I'd recommend all of you try cage fight at least once. It's exhilarating. It's just nice to. Sometimes it is just nice to unwind. It's nice to just be free for that 1 second. It's nice, and it keeps you fit. And you also get to see a lot of men without shirts.
Okay. All right, Betty. I think that'll be everything for the interview
is that it?
tonight. I think so. I think it will be, unless anybody wants to add anything before we wrap this up.
Spark note: the correct enunciation or pronunciation, I should say, of tiramisu is tiramisu.
So I was
Like you
right.
said, you were right.
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu. I hate you.
I do a
Anyway.
finishing statement.
Sure.
Okay. So what inspired me to join y'all was, after all those years of me, doing the HR and hearing about all the things that those officers did, it wasn't just, petty squabbles going on in there. They also came to me, feel like support, you know what I mean? I was like the person that they go to for the tea, but I didn't give them any tea because, I'm Betty. You don't get tea with Betty. Unless you give me something in return. So seeing all those officers come in and talk to me all the time and just unwind, feeling like they've got someone to talk to and to just unleash the burden upon, and then the way they just switch up and just go straight back out there again. I've heard so many horrific stories, and the way they just carry on and keep going, that drivenness, that was inspiration for me. On top of everything, apart from my husband's wish, on top of everything else, that was just inspiration for me. If you can just get on with your day, just carry on, I'm down for that.
Okay. That's wonderful, Betty. Truly.
Oh, thank you, darling. I do try.
All right. So, Betty, with all that said and done,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of a quick kind of little debrief with you.
Okay.
You are aware as to the fact that your application here, or your interview here is for shift 3, and you are
Yes.
aware as to when shift 3 takes place, and you'll be able to be around during these hours.
Yes, I said, I was speaking to the fine officer that I was speaking to at the time, and I said, I am between medium to late shift 3 to early shift 1 is my times normally. So that's why I applied mainly for shift 3, because it's I'd be a couple hours here and then a couple hours into the shift 1. So I understand.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, and with that all said and done,
Oh no, hold
if
on.
we-
But could you give me the times though?
the
So I can
time
double check.
shift
Yes.
shift 3 starts from when the storm happened, and then 8
Mhm.
hours on from that. So, in terms of Eastern, it's 1 a.m. Eastern until 9 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Give
Yep,
or-
that's
give or
that's
take
about
on
right. Yeah.
Okay. And then with that said, Betty, if we do decide to follow through with your employment for this interview, you will be contacted in the same manner that you were contacted for this interview in both fashions.
Okay.
Now, with that said, we also do not send out any sort of denials or anything with our interviews. We are planning to do multiple academies. So if you do not hear back potentially for this up and coming academy, don't lose out hope. There is a second academy that we have planned. We're doing a lot of interviews. We have a lot of people booked up to start building the shift 3 up again. So we don't send out denials. So if you don't hear back over an extended period of time, then that is essentially going to be your answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I missed anything. I think we're all good to wrap up and let you go on your way, Betty.
Yeah, Espinosa, since you snuck in here, you want to open the door for her?
Yeah, of course, I'm here.
Does,
Alright,
does,
Betty.
does Espinosa have a question before I go?
Is is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
God damn it.
brother.
What kind of conspiracy is this?
Preach
What
it.
do you mean?
Preach it.
Eat them up.
A hot dog is a bun in any respect. It's not, it's. I'm leaving. I'm not getting into this cop. No.
Oh,
Bye,
oh.
Betty, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Thank
there
you,
you
y'all,
go.
for your time.
All
Thank
right,
you, Betty.
bye-bye.
Oh, damn. Alright.
What's up, Espinosa?
She stood on business. Shit.
Yeah,
She
shit.
did.
She did.
Betty walked in here with confidence and left with confidence. Holy shit.
I like Betty.
That was great.
We all like Betty, I think. I think that's a unanimous. We all liked fucking
That shit
Betty.
woke me up because I was
Yeah.
falling asleep.
Okay.
No falling asleep
So-
for this guy.
It was Victor, Sam Buttercup, and Betty Brisket. Those are the 3 interviews we just concluded. Thoughts? All of them.
She cleared the other 2 by
She
a
cleared the other 2
mile.
by a mile. I think. Yeah.
That one is the we'll see you at Academy. I don't know if I could say the same for the others.
Yeah. I don't know what it was about Sam. I feel like he had attitude. I felt like he had ego. And he seemed she seemed very defensive.
She bored the fuck out of me. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
Yeah.
I lost track of names. Sam was the second person
The
we
second
interviewed,
one,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
I actually didn't mind Sam. I thought Sam had a lot of potential. That's just my 2 cents, though. I'm sort of just a fly on the wall in these interviews, but my 2 cents, I do think Sam has potential.
Yeah, I think she talked a lot. She wasn't like dead. and didn't say anything. We've had some real bad fucking interviews in the past where they just stood there silently. But something with their vibe, I don't know what it was. It just seemed off, and I just didn't like it, honestly.
Listen, I think I'm probably one of the easiest people to vibe with. If I'm not vibing with you, there's something wrong.
Period.
We did not click.
It gave me very like sure of herself type of vibes.
Yes, entitlement.
But in the worst way possible, because we've had sure of herself like Betty walked in, very much so sure of herself and confident.
Versus,
But Betty didn't come in with like I don't know if ego is the right word, but maybe it is, I guess. Betty's confidence was more so she's confidence in who she is as a person. I don't know if I could say that much for Buttercup.
My worry with Sam is the FTOs are not going to like taking her out.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
And that's
an immediate no at that point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just a fly on the wall. I didn't think Sam was that bad, but that's just me.
Well, why so?
Yeah.
So Betty is more extroverted, and I think Betty, in her own fashion, was very outgoing, and I think Sam, in a very different way, was a lot more introverted. And I think there's plenty of people that are introverted that have potential. I think Sam was a lot more reserved. I think my only concern and my biggest concern would be that if, like what was mentioned, repercussions were to be an issue, people need to learn to just take that shit on the chin and move on. I do think that if there's any red flag I had, it was probably that.
Interesting.
I do want to see. I do want to hear Rhodes' perspective on Sam as well. But I think he's really focused on a cup of coffee right now. So, I think I'll ask him that later on. And then Victor. Victor, I think, is a very difficult one.
Oh, Victor, my Shayla.
Yeah, I
My
like Victor.
Shayla,
I
my
do.
Shayla. He's a
And
sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart. The biggest issue I see with Victor is understanding him. Because there were a lot of times during that interview in which he said stuff, and I couldn't quite understand what he was saying.
I think Victor has a good heart, and I think he's in the right place. He needs to be confident in sort of what his intentions are. I know that one of the biggest things that's always strived here is our words mean the most, right? If you do this, I will do this. I need to have the faith to know that if I say, warn the white car, that if it continues to interfere, it will be pitted. I need to have the confirmation Victor is going to clearly and concisely get that out to that vehicle, right? I need to have the faith in him for that. And I don't know if I do, just off the interview alone.
See, I
Yeah,
compare
that's a
him
good way
to
of putting it.
Mason. I had to teach Mason to like slow down with his talking.
I mean, it's true though. No, you're not
it's a
wrong. When
fact.
we first got Mason, I couldn't understand him at all, whatso fucking ever. And I learned to love Mason because I couldn't understand him.
I feel like if we just talk to him, but like slow down on your words a little bit, it'd be a little bit
Slow
better.
down and then
Breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Back there was a line.
Mason did get a lot better.
Yeah, I do also think with Victor, I think the more he does it, as with most aspects of the job, is the better he'll get with it, and the clearer he'll get with it as he gets more used to doing it.
Could I ask a question? Victor mentioned that he was at one point removed. Was he? Did he work here at one point?
No.
Okay.
He was talking about PD Toe.
Oh, was he fired from PD Toe?
He almost got removed. It was when he was like gonna tow the Ambos because they were illegally parked. But
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But
No, I that makes sense.
I'm awake.
Okay. Oh, hey.
Good morning,
Are you?
Rhodes.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know Victor all that well outside of the interview. Initial impression, I think the confidence needs to be there. You guys sound like you probably know Victor better than I do, though, based on his PD Toe experience. So I'll kind of keep the ball in your court there.
I mean, he just seems like a sweetheart. I don't know him that much, but he's just cute, you know.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. And I mean, he seems dedicated. Like, motherfucker been putting up with PD Toe for how many months now?
That is very
3 months, I think he
true.
said.
That's a thankless
put in the
job these
effort.
days. So
Yeah, He's put in the effort. He's shown up. I think he has put in all the notches to be looked at properly, and I don't think just because we might have a hard time understanding him to an extent is quite really.
There's a lot
I
of
don't know.
motherfuckers we can't understand sometimes on the
Yeah.
radio.
Yeah.
Y'all hired
So-
me.
Exactly.
Well,
Okay, mutton chops.
I think there is grounds for a worry. That's
Yeah.
pretty severe.
I would
that
agree.
We would have to
I agree.
face, but I don't think that should be the sole
Yes.
reasoning on why we look the other way.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I do think it would be something that we need to kind of teach him in the sense of like you need to make sure that you're clearly articulating.
We were way over 5 minutes, by
Especially
the way.
when you're dealing with criminals and stuff like that, and when we're not getting confused stuff. I could see him probably having a little bit of a longer cadet phase as well, just so that we can make sure he's in that spot where we don't need to have somebody there to make sure that things aren't getting miscommunicated.
Let me ask you a question on top of that too. Do you guys do secondary interviews if you are kind of 50-50? Or are you more definitive on yes or
Why
no's?
don't you ask Dan Fisher?
Yeah, look at Dan Fisher.
Hey Fisher.
Hey, I had 2 interviews.
Okay. Do you think it would be worthy to get Victor in on a secondary interview before secondary academy?
Yes, I think it'd be beneficial. But then in saying that, like, there's probably props to putting him through the first academy if there aren't like enough numbers or something. Like if you want to.
Let me
know,
rephrase that. I don't know when the academies are happening, but do you think there would be a chance in getting him squeezed in for a secondary interview just to ask him more questions and try and feel him out a little bit more? Maybe talk about these more hard-hitting questions in a secondary interview for him. This way he has the potential to be there for both, if not one.
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with that, but
I think at his second, it would probably be borderline a one-on-one interview or 2 people at most.
No, that's
maybe
fine.
3.
I'm not asking for like a panel, you know what I mean? I'm just saying if you feel like, on the edge, I think it would be at least, given it sounds like Victor's put in his time, I think he's at least worth a second opportunity there to kind of get felt out, or at least maybe given the opportunity to have those hard-hitting questions.
I mean, I'll say this. I think if we didn't know Victor and there was a lot of hesitance behind the answers, right? Like, for me, it would be a no. But we do know Victor. We do know, his character. He's well-meaning, right? Like, there's a lot of things that we have like +1s for that we otherwise don't have that same context for other individuals.
Right.
Again, is there going to be a hurdle regarding communication? It's a possibility. The hesitance in a lot of his responses could have just been, I mean, he during a few times throughout his answering of questions, he'd be like, oh, what's the English word for this? But with what we deal with on a daily basis, although it is fast paced, I think he's going to know those things fairly quickly. He might not at first, but like, I feel like fairly quickly, very early on, he's going to learn those terms, and it's probably not going to be too much of an issue.
Loki strikes me as the kind of guy that, like, once he learns a word, he writes it down on his fucking like dashboard.
And
so he doesn't
yeah.
The
forget it.
job is very much a puzzle piece, right? Once you figure out the puzzle the first time, you kind of it becomes
love
second
it.
nature.
Yeah. Yep.
So
and I, as someone who speaks decent English, I would say, how many times have y'all heard me say, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I say it all the fucking time because, like, there's a specific term I'm aiming for, and I still sit there and hesitate to say what I want to say because it's on the tip of my tongue, you know?
Oh, bitch, that's because you talk a lot.
I talk a lot.
Lucas Lavender.
I know. It ain't the dolphin swinging at me right now.
You're not coming for the queen. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your crown's over here. There you go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, in all seriousness, I do think I think there's a few things, a lot of things actually going in his favor. Number one, we know him. We know he doesn't have any, bad intent. He's not trying to waste our time. He's been doing a thankless job for a long time, right? I also think that during his cadet phase, when there's no FTOs available, he can do PD tow stuff and stay on one, for example, to monitor comms and like get a good feel for stuff like that. Just so that he can sit there and hear the day to day. Like, yeah, we go to 7 and then eventually they swap over to 1 during situations, but that's not like a super in-depth thing, you know? But it's not like he's going to be privy to comms that he shouldn't otherwise have, right? The reason we don't have PD tow on 1 at all times is because there's, number 1, a lot of comms happening, but 2, we don't want PD tow to be privy to every single one of our comms. But if they're a cadet doing PD tow as a secondary
story.
job, I think that's a little different.
Very different story. Yeah.
I'd say with Victor, I think yeah, the whole I sometimes do have a hard time understanding him. He has shown crazy dedication. I mean, I think that unless the interview went horrendous, I mean, he kind of deserves a shot. But
I've seen far worse interviews.
But at the same time, I don't know in terms of the hiring process. I don't know how or when. Like, do cadets failed academy, or like not academy, but like cadet phase?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I think that the opportunity, he deserves an opportunity, but at the same time, like if it doesn't work out, like we shouldn't, like, I mean, we shouldn't shy away and just saying maybe it's not for you kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to do that before, and if I have to do it again, I can do it again. At the end of the day, if they can put their effort in, but if they aren't able to do it, not everybody can do this job. It's not an easy one. But I do think he deserves the opportunity. Okay, and Rhodes, I wanted your opinion because I think you were focused on that cup of coffee in front of you when we asked. But thoughts on Buttercup?
I like Buttercup a lot, actually. In fact, when I will say Buttercup's very observant, because as I'm dressed right now, before any of the interviews happened, I was running out of Mission Row, and the interview's first thing was, "You going golfing?" Like, it's not very often you can get someone to sort of. I guess from that, what I'm saying, long story short, is Buttercup seems to be very like quick-witted, which I like. Seems to be very forward and like not beat around the bush in the slightest kind of person, which I also appreciate. I mean, is there some concern in some of what was said by Buttercup, you know, regarding receiving feedback and whatnot? We've dealt with far fucking worse in the past. Like, yeah. I don't think it really is an area of concern. Like, is it like a tiny bit of a red flag? Yes, but not a huge red flag. You know what I mean? It's not even a red fucking flag. Whatever's between green and red, it's somewhere in there, but it's still small.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater, but I feel like at this point, the quick-wittedness sometimes in the interview can actually be like the worst thing that I can see. But I say it in a certain way where there is the ability to have quick wit like Matt Rhodes. But that comes with long-term relations, long knowledge, etc. That kind of quick wit I'm fearful of out on the field from someone that wouldn't have those kind of relations.
I mean,
I see your concern.
You get what I mean?
I know 1,000%. Because if
I think that
if Buttercup be going down a grove with that same level of sass, very problematic. There's a time and place. I mean,
even the possibility for that sass to come to me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Talk to me like that, girl. You're not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
I do think though, with how we're interviewing, it would be something I prefer over someone who ain't got any personality whatsoever.
Yes, like, I can agree with that.
I think
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It's hard to sort of judge because we are like structuring our interviews very specifically to not be a do you know what reasonable suspicion is or probable cause, right? Like, I think we've acknowledged that we can overcome all of those kinds of questions with training. You can't fix personality. You can't fix someone's character because that is them through and through. It's like
Mhm.
if our immediate reaction is to say this needs to change about them, it's like starting a fucking relationship on the I'll change for you. Bitch,